Dear soul, the angels bring an urgent and profound message to your heart today, something that addresses a wound that may still be open, but points to an imminent healing. Do you remember that person? The one who, through their actions or omissions, caused such intense pain that for a time it seemed impossible to bear. Yes, dear soul, the angels know the weight you carried, the sleepless nights, the disappointment that settled where there once was hope and affection. They witnessed every silent tear, every sigh of frustration, every moment you questioned why something so beautiful turned into a source of so much suffering. This person, who once occupied a significant space in your life and in your heart, left marks that are not just memories but deep learnings, lessons that came wrapped in challenge and adversity. Perhaps you felt betrayed, misunderstood, abandoned, or simply undervalued. The way everything ended or how it drifted apart left a lump in your throat, a sense of injustice that sometimes seemed to corrode the soul. And the angels validate each of these feelings. They understand that what you went through was not trivial, that the pain was real and that overcoming it has been a continuous process, a silent battle waged within your very being. For a long time you may have felt the need to understand, to have answers to questions that seemed to float in the air, never landing on a clear explanation. Why did it happen? Why did this person act this way? What led them to make the decisions that distanced them or caused the pain? These questions are natural, part of the healing process, the search for meaning amidst emotional chaos. And the angels say that the need for understanding is the first step towards liberation. Not to justify what happened, but to find the peace needed to move forward. They show that this person who caused this wound has not remained unchanged either. Their actions had consequences, and I'm not just talking about the external consequences in your relationship, but mainly the internal consequences within their own soul. The angels reveal that they carry a weight, a regret that has become increasingly difficult to ignore. It's not a superficial feeling, but something that has constantly confronted them, showing them the real impact of their actions and the depth of the loss they caused. Have you ever wondered if this person thinks about you? If they remember what happened, if they miss your presence? The angels answer clearly, yes, they think. More than you can imagine. And the memories don't come lightly or nostalgically, but laden with a late recognition of the value you had, the good you represented in their life. This person may have tried to move on, may have distracted themselves, sought other paths, but the angels show that none of that was enough to erase the mark you left on their heart. And this mark is not a scar of something negative, but proof of a true connection. A genuine affection that existed and even wounded still echoes. There is something the angels want you to know now, something that goes beyond what your eyes can see or your ears can hear. This person is at a turning point. The universe, in its wisdom, is creating circumstances for them to face what they have tried to avoid for so long. The reality of their actions has caught up with them. The weight of their conscience has become stronger than the armor they tried to use to protect themselves from feelings. They are dealing with an intense internal battle, a struggle between the pride that may have prevented them from acting sooner and the growing need to seek peace. And the peace they seek, dear soul, is linked to you. Not because you're the sole one responsible for it, but because the wound she caused in you reflects a wound in her own soul, and the healing of one is intrinsically linked to the healing of the other. The angels reveal that this person understands, on a deep level, that only you can offer the resolution she so desperately needs. And this resolution, although it comes in the form of a request for forgiveness, is actually a request for liberation for herself. You might be wondering, after all this, why now? The angels respond that the universe's timing is perfect, and every experience, no matter how painful, has a greater purpose. The time that has passed was necessary for you to grow stronger, to reclaim your inner power, to learn to love and prioritize yourself above all else. And necessary for this person to mature, to understand the true value of human connections, to recognize the impact of her choices, and finally, to have the humility to face herself and what she has done. What I'm about to reveal to you next might change everything in your perception of this situation. There's something very important you need to know about what's happening in this person's heart right now. It's something that has been driving her in a way she can no longer control. But that's not all. There's something even deeper happening that connects her directly to your energy, even from a distance. Have you noticed that certain coincidences in your life are not mere coincidences, but signs? This message has reached you at the right time, but you need to be receptive to what's to come. Before continuing the message, write in the comments this mantra: I release the past and receive the blessings of the present. Now, continuing the message. What's about to happen has to do with the natural cycle of life and energies, a movement that the universe initiates when healing is needed for both parties involved in an experience. This person, dear soul, is feeling the crushing weight of her actions, the lightness she might have imagined finding by walking away or acting indifferently never came. Instead, a void has settled in, a feeling that something essential is missing. And this void, the angels show, is the absence of your light, your presence, your unique energy. She has been faced with moments of loneliness, even when surrounded by other people, a loneliness that is not physical, but of the soul. A realization that, no matter how much she tries to fill the space you left, no other connection can offer the same comfort, the same understanding, the same depth that existed between you. The angels reveal that she has unconsciously compared all her interactions to how it was with you, and this comparison has been cruel to her, repeatedly showing her what has been lost. This person has been confronted by unexpected memories, a song that makes her stop in the middle of the street, a smell that instantly transports her to a moment lived by your side, a place she passes that awakens a cascade of memories. These signs are not random. They are the universe working, pushing her to recognize the truth that resides in her heart. And the truth is that the bond, although wounded, still exists. The energy that connects you is still strong, and this force pulls her in your direction, whether she wants to admit it or not. The angels say that this person is in a state of constant restlessness. Peace has abandoned her, and in its place has come a feeling of pendency, of something incomplete that needs to be resolved. She wonders if you have completely moved on, if you still hold any resentment, if the door to a conversation is closed forever. These doubts torment her and prevent her from finding true rest. Sleep may be disturbed, the days seem heavier, and genuine joy has become something difficult to achieve. There is a growing feeling of regret within her. It's not just a lament for what happened, but an understanding of the real cost of her actions. She's beginning to realize the priceless value of what she's lost, not just in terms of the relationship, but in terms of the quality of energy you brought into her life. Your ability to love, to forgive, to bring light to the dark moments, all of that has become clearer now that she no longer has access to that energy in its purest form. The angels show that this person is maturing through this experience. The pain she caused, and the pain she feels now as a consequence, is serving as a catalyst for growth. She's being forced to look within, to confront her own shadows, her insecurities, and the patterns that led her to act the way she did. This process isn't easy, and the angels say she's been fighting bravely, even if you don't see this struggle externally. And this internal struggle is leading her to the only possible path to find peace, the path of forgiveness. She understands, deep down, that to free herself from this burden, she needs to seek absolution, not as a guarantee that everything will go back to how it was, but as an essential step to heal herself. The act of asking for forgiveness, dear soul, is for her a form of humility, a recognition of her mistake and a search for redemption. But there's something very important that the angels want you to be prepared to understand. The apology that will come won't necessarily be about rekindling the relationship unless that's the desire of both parties. It will above all be about releasing the trapped energy between you, about allowing healing to happen on a deeper level, on the level of the soul. It will be an opportunity for both of you to leave the past behind and move forward with more lightness. And this person knows that this task won't be easy. She anticipates the difficulty of facing you after everything that's happened. She anticipates the possibility of being rejected, of her words not being accepted, of you having become strong enough to no longer need this conversation. This fear is real, and it's been one of the reasons that has stopped her from acting until now. But the angels say that the need to find inner peace has become stronger than the fear of rejection. She's approaching a point of saturation where the weight of guilt and regret becomes unbearable. And at this point, dear soul, action becomes inevitable. Prepare yourself, because this person is moving in your direction, driven by a greater force that calls her to seek the healing that only forgiveness can bring. And the forgiveness she seeks, the angels repeat, is a gift that only you can give. A gift that, when offered, will free not only her, but above all will free you. But that's not all. There's something even deeper happening in relation to time and space that you need to know. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments 7 to claim the spiritual clarity that the angels are sending to your life. This is an act of opening and acceptance for the blessings that are coming. If this message resonated with you and you feel in your heart that you would like to support the continuity of this work of light, consider making a donation through the Valeur d'Aimer button. Your support, no matter how small, helps spread these inspiring messages of peace to more people who need them. Now, continuing the message, the intensity of the pain this person feels due to her past actions has reached a critical level. It's no longer a superficial regret, but a real anguish that prevents her from finding serenity. The angels show that she has realized that the freedom she hoped to find by walking away or acting insensitively never materialized. Instead of that, she finds herself trapped by her own conscience, by the memories that haunt her, and by the growing clarity of the invaluable worth you represented in her life. Can you imagine this person in moments of silence reflecting on the past? The angels confirm that this has been a constant in her recent life. She relives scenes, listens to words that were said, hears those that weren't, and the weight of it all oppresses her. Every detail that once seemed small now looms large in her mind, showing her the extent of the wound she caused and the depth of the void she created by walking away from you. This person has felt as if she's in an emotional labyrinth, searching for an exit from this feeling of unfinished business. The angels say she has sought comfort or distraction, but nothing seems to work. Other people can't fill the space you left. Other experiences don't bring the same joy or comfort. And this realization, as painful as it is for her, is essential to her healing process. It's the universe's way of showing her that certain connections are unique and irreplaceable, and that what existed between you was one of them. This person is learning the hard way that you can't simply discard what's true without facing the consequences. There's a growing awareness in her that the peace she so longs for won't come from external sources, but from an internal resolution and a search for reparation. She understands that the karmic debt created by her actions needs to be balanced, and the only way to do that is by acknowledging the mistake, taking responsibility, and seeking forgiveness from those she has hurt. And at the top of that list, dear soul, is you. The angels show that this person knows deep down that the key to her own liberation lies in asking for your absolution. This person anticipates the difficulty of this encounter. She knows it won't be easy to face you after everything. She imagines the possibility of your anger, your indifference, or simply the realization that you've moved on and that the space she once occupied has been filled by your own peace and happiness. And this scenario scares her. The fear of rejection, the fear of not being heard, the fear of discovering that the wound she caused in you is so deep that forgiveness seems impossible. All of this has been a great obstacle. But the angels say that the need for healing is stronger than the fear. The pain she feels now, the guilt that consumes her, the feeling of emptiness that accompanies her, all of this is driving her in a way she can no longer resist. She is being guided, perhaps unconsciously, by a greater force that directs her to seek the resolution that only forgiveness can bring. And this search is not selfish, in the sense of wanting something from you without offering anything in return. It's a search for balance, for peace, for a closure that allows the energy between you to flow healthily again, even if that only means individual healing. Prepare yourself, dear soul. The angels are setting the stage for this reunion. I'm not necessarily referring to a physical meeting or a grand declaration. It could be an unexpected message, a subtle contact, a request for a conversation. The exact form is still being outlined by the universe, but the intention behind it is clear. This person feels she needs your clemency to find her own peace. And this need has become so urgent that she can no longer delay. You might be wondering if you should forgive. The angels say that the decision is entirely yours. Forgiveness is not an obligation, but a gift you give to yourself before giving it to others. It's your liberation from the weight of grief, resentment, the negative energy that connects you to the past. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting what happened, nor justifying the behavior that hurt you. It means freeing yourself from the prison of pain and resentment. And when this person shows up with the humility of someone who recognizes their mistake, you'll have the chance to exercise your sovereignty over your own feelings. You can choose to react with anger, indifference, or with the serenity of someone who has already found healing within themselves. The angels show that your response will be a reflection of your own growth and the peace you've built in your soul. And this response, whatever it may be, will be the right one for you at this moment. But that's not all. There's something even deeper that the angels want you to understand about the power of your response. Before continuing the message, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, take the opportunity to do so. It helps us continue creating meaningful content for you. Now, continuing the message. The moment when this person seeks forgiveness is not just about the words that will be said, but about the energy that will be present. The angels show that this person will not come with the same arrogance or indifference they may have shown in the past. They will come with the vulnerability of someone who has been confronted by their own conscience and the crushing weight of regret. This person feels that the wound they caused you has become a mirror for the wound they carry in their own soul. And this realization is what drives them to seek your absolution. They understand that healing will not come just with time or distance, but with the recognition of the mistake and the search for reparation. The angels reveal that they have deeply reflected on the nature of human connection, on the value of true affection, and on the consequences of their own actions. They have realized that what they tried to ignore or minimize in the past was, in fact, something of immense value. Your kindness, your ability to love unconditionally, your presence that brought light to their life, all of this has become clearer now that they no longer have access to this energy in a natural way. The angels say that this person has lived moments of deep loneliness, even when surrounded by other people, a loneliness that is not the absence of company, but the absence of your soul, your unique energy that complemented theirs in a way they haven't found in anyone else. This person has been haunted by vivid memories, dreams, flashes of moments lived by your side, the feeling of your presence even at a distance. All of this are ways the universe reminds them of what was lost and the urgent need to seek healing. The angels show that they feel as if they are in a cycle of regret and longing, not knowing exactly how to get out of it. And the only way out they begin to glimpse is through forgiveness. They know that asking for forgiveness is not easy. It requires humility, courage, and the ability to face oneself and one's own mistakes. The angels say that this person has struggled against their own pride, against the fear of rejection, and against the uncertainty of the future. But the pain of continuing to carry the weight of guilt and regret has become stronger than these fears. Prepare yourself, dear soul, because the angels show that the moment is approaching. This person feels that they can no longer delay this conversation, this search for resolution. The energy between you, which was disturbed by pain, needs to find a new balance, and this balance will come through the opportunity for forgiveness. This person will come to you in search of peace, not necessarily seeking to rekindle the relationship, unless that is the path the universe has prepared for both of you, but seeking the peace that only forgiveness can bring to their tormented soul. They understand that, in asking for your absolution, they will be taking a fundamental step towards their own liberation and towards the healing of the wound they themselves caused. And you, dear soul, will have the opportunity to exercise your power and sovereignty. You can choose to react with compassion, with serenity, or with the distance that your soul deems necessary. The decision to forgive or not is entirely yours. The angels respect your choice and know that it will be guided by what is best for your own healing and well-being. The angels are sending you a special sign. Your lucky number for today is 3. Write in the comments, "I receive the energy of the angels. My lucky number is 3 and I am blessed. I send love and protection to the person I like and love very much." If this message touched your heart, show your support with a thanks heaps and help spread this message of light to other people who need it. But that's not all. There's something even deeper that the angels want you to understand about your preparation for this moment. The absence of your energy, your light, and your love in this person's life has created a void that they can no longer ignore. The angels show that no matter how much they try to fill this space with distractions or new experiences, the feeling of incompleteness persists. They now understand, crystal clear, that what existed between you was unique and irreplaceable. And this realization has been powerfully propelling them in your direction. They have felt as if they are on a constant quest, although perhaps they have not yet consciously realized that the object of this quest is the peace and resolution that only forgiveness can offer. The angels reveal that this person has been reviewing the past with a new perspective. They now see their mistakes, their flaws, and the painful consequences that their actions caused. This self-awareness is painful, but it is a crucial step for their growth and their ability to seek healing. This person has been struggling against internal resistance, against the pride and fear that have prevented them from acting before. The fear of rejection, the fear of discovering that you have moved on and that the door is closed, all of this has been a great obstacle. But the angels say that the pain of continuing to carry the weight of guilt and regret has become unbearable. They feel the need to free themselves from this burden, and the only way to do this is by seeking your absolution. Prepare yourself, dear soul, because the angels are preparing the ground for this reunion. I'm not just talking about a physical meeting, but about an energetic alignment that will allow this conversation, this search for forgiveness to happen at the right time and in the right way. This person will come to you in search of peace, in search of an opportunity to recognize their mistakes and to redeem themselves. And you, dear soul, will have the opportunity to exercise your power of healing. Forgiveness is a powerful energy that has the ability to release not only the receiver, but mainly the giver. By forgiving, you free yourself from the weight of bitterness, resentment, and the negative energy that ties you to the past. You open space for light, for peace, and for new possibilities in your life. Before we continue, the angels ask you to do a release exercise. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, that you would like to forgive. Visualize each one of them, send love and say, "I forgive you and I release you. May peace be with you." Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. Now, continuing the message, the universe is creating the perfect conditions for this person who caused you deep pain to feel the irresistible need to seek your clemency. The energy they projected, which manifested as bitterness in your life, has returned to them as an unbearable weight in their heart. This person is going through a process of introspection forced by the universe itself. Every memory of you, every sign that connects them to the past, every moment of loneliness, all of this drives them to confront the truth of their actions and the impact they had. The angels show that they can no longer run away from the fact that your absence has left a void that nothing seems to fill. She tried, dear soul, she tried to convince herself that life without you would be easier, freer. But she found that true freedom doesn't lie in the absence of connections, but in integrity with herself and with those she has loved. There's a growing understanding within her that forgiveness isn't just something she seeks from you, but something she needs to give to herself. To forgive herself for the mistakes made, for the pain caused, for the loss suffered as a consequence. And this self-compassion, this recognition of her own humanity and fallibility, is what's preparing her to approach you with humility and sincerity. The angels reveal that this person is rehearsing in her mind what she will say. She ponders over the right words, over how to express remorse without sounding like she's making excuses, over how to ask for forgiveness in a way that is genuine and honors the depth of the pain she caused. This preparation, though mental, is a clear sign that the decision to seek you out has already been made on a deeper level. Prepare yourself, dear soul, for the moment is approaching. This person can no longer delay. The energy driving her to seek your clemency is too strong to resist. She will come to you seeking peace, seeking an opportunity to balance the energy between you, and to find her own liberation from the weight of the past. And you will have the opportunity to exercise your power of compassion. The angels say that forgiving this person doesn't necessarily mean reopening the door to the relationship, unless that is the path your soul wishes to follow. It means freeing yourself from the burden of resentment, anger, and the negative energy that ties you to a past experience. It means choosing your peace and your freedom above all else. The angels show that this conversation will be a turning point for both of you. For her, it will be the opportunity to seek the redemption and peace she so deeply craves. For you, it will be the opportunity to exercise your power of forgiveness, to free yourself, and to close a cycle of pain to open the doors to a future of light and serenity. Your strength lies in your ability to choose healing regardless of the actions of others. And this choice, dear soul, is your greatest power. But that's not all. There's something even deeper that the angels want you to understand about your own strength in this moment. The weight of guilt and remorse that this person carries has become unbearable. The angels show that she has realized that the only way to find the peace she so deeply craves is by seeking your clemency, not out of obligation, but from a deep need to heal the wound she herself caused. This person has been confronted with the reality of her actions in unexpected ways. The universe has sent signs and synchronicities that constantly remind her of what happened and the impact her choices had. These divine reminders are not to punish her, but to guide her back to the path of truth and integrity. The angels reveal that she has reflected on the invaluable worth of what she lost. Not just the relationship, but your presence, your light, the unique energy you brought into her life. She realized that she tried to fill the void with other things, but nothing was able to replace what you represented. And this realization is painful, but essential for her growth. Prepare yourself, dear soul, for this person is approaching a tipping point. The need to seek your absolution has become stronger than the fear of rejection or the pride that may have prevented her from acting before. She will come to you with humility, seeking an opportunity to acknowledge her mistakes and to ask for forgiveness. Share this video with 2 loved ones who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer for your guardian angel. Now, continuing the message, the angels are confirming that the moment when this person will seek your clemency is approaching. The weight of guilt and remorse they carry has reached a point where inner peace has become impossible without seeking resolution. The angels show that they have realized that the pain they caused you has become a burden for themselves, and the only way to free themselves from this burden is by seeking forgiveness. This person has been guided by the universe through clear and intense signs, dreams, vivid memories, unexpected encounters that make them reflect on the past. All these are ways the universe reminds them of what happened and the urgent need to seek healing. They now understand on a deep level that what existed between you was a real connection, something that cannot be simply ignored or replaced. The angels reveal that they have struggled against internal resistance, against pride and fear that have prevented them from acting before. The fear of rejection, the fear of finding out that you have moved on and that the door is closed, all this has been a great obstacle. But the pain of continuing to carry the weight of guilt and remorse has become unbearable. They feel the need to free themselves from this burden, and the only way to do this is by seeking your absolution. Prepare yourself, dear soul, for this person is approaching a turning point. The need to seek your clemency has become stronger than the fear of rejection or the pride that may have prevented them from acting before. They will come to you with humility, seeking an opportunity to acknowledge their mistakes and to ask for forgiveness. And you, dear soul, will have the opportunity to exercise your power of compassion. The angels say that forgiving this person does not necessarily mean reopening the door to the relationship, unless that is the path your soul wishes to follow. It means freeing yourself from the burden of resentment, anger, and negative energy that ties you to a past experience. It means choosing your peace and freedom above all. The angels show that this conversation will be a turning point for both of you. For them, it will be the opportunity to seek redemption and the peace they so long for. For you, it will be the opportunity to exercise your power of forgiveness, to free yourself, and to close a cycle of pain to open the doors to a future of light and serenity. Your strength lies in your ability to choose healing, regardless of the actions of the other. And this choice, dear soul, is your greatest power. But that's not all. There's something even deeper that the angels want you to understand about your own power at this moment. The intensity of remorse and the clarity of what has been lost have led this person to a point of no return. The angels show that they can no longer live with the weight of guilt and the absence of your light in their life. The peace they hoped to find by walking away never came. Instead, a constant anguish has set in, a feeling that something vital is missing. This person has been confronted with the reality of their actions in ways they can no longer ignore. The universe has orchestrated synchronicities, unexpected encounters, and vivid memories that constantly confront them with the past and the pain they caused. These divine signs are a call for them to awaken and take responsibility for their actions. The angels reveal that they have realized the invaluable worth of what they had in you. Your ability to love, to understand, to bring light into their life, all this has become clearer now that they no longer have access to that energy. They have tried to fill the void with other things, but nothing has been able to replace the unique connection that existed between you. Get ready, dear soul, because the moment that this person has been putting off for so long is very near. The need to seek your clemency has become stronger than the fear of rejection or pride. They will come to you with humility, seeking an opportunity to acknowledge their mistakes and to ask for forgiveness. And you, dear soul, will have the opportunity to exercise your power of healing and release. Forgiving this person is not about them, it's about you. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of bitterness and resentment that ties you to the past. It's about choosing your peace and freedom above all else. The angels show that this conversation will be a turning point. For them, it will be the opportunity to seek redemption and the peace they so deeply desire. For you, it will be the opportunity to exercise your power of forgiveness, to free yourself, and to close a cycle of pain to open the doors to a future of light and serenity. Your strength lies in your ability to choose healing, regardless of the actions of others. And this choice, dear soul, is your greatest power, but that's not all. There's something even deeper that the angels want you to understand about your own sovereignty in this moment. Before we continue this message, if you haven't left your comment yet, right now. True love always finds a way. This act strengthens the energy of the connection that the angels are bringing to you. Now, continuing the message, this person is finally understanding that their inner peace is intrinsically linked to resolving the wound they caused you. The angels show that the weight of guilt and remorse has become unbearable, and the only way out they see is by seeking your clemency. They have been confronted with the reality of their actions in an inescapable way. The universe has used signs and synchronicities to constantly remind them of what happened and the impact their choices had. These divine touches are not for punishment, but to guide them back to the path of integrity and the pursuit of reparation. The angels reveal that they have realized the invaluable worth of what they lost. Your presence, your light, the unique energy you brought to their life, all of this has become clearer now that they no longer have access to this connection. They tried to fill the void with other things, but nothing was able to replace what existed between you. And this realization propels them in your direction. Get ready, dear soul, because the moment that this person has been putting off for so long is very near. The need to seek your clemency has become stronger than the fear of rejection or pride. They will come to you with humility, seeking an opportunity to acknowledge their mistakes and to ask for forgiveness. And you, dear soul, will have the opportunity to exercise your power of healing and release. Forgiving this person is not about them, it's about you. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of bitterness and resentment that ties you to the past. It's about choosing your peace and freedom above all else. The angels show that this conversation will be a turning point. For them, it will be the opportunity to seek redemption and the peace they so deeply desire. For you, it will be the opportunity to exercise your power of forgiveness, to free yourself, and to close a cycle of pain to open the doors to a future of light and serenity. Your strength lies in your ability to choose healing, regardless of the actions of others. And this choice, dear soul, is your greatest power. The person who hurt you deeply is feeling the crushing weight of their actions and, driven by the universe, will seek you out asking for the forgiveness that only you can give. The angels show that they have reached a point of saturation where remorse has become stronger than anything else. They have realized that the peace they so deeply desire is directly linked to resolving the wound they caused you. The angels reveal that this person has been confronted by their own conscience and the synchronicities that the universe has orchestrated to remind them of the past. They now understand the invaluable worth of what they've lost and the depth of their pain. And this understanding drives them to seek the redemption that only forgiveness can offer. Prepare yourself, dear soul, for the moment is near. This person will come to you with humility, seeking an opportunity to acknowledge their mistakes and to ask for forgiveness. Before we wrap up this message, if it has touched your heart and resonated with your truth, write in the comments, "I accept what is rightfully mine." This act opens the doors for the universe's energy to work in your favor. Now, continuing the message, the decision to forgive or not is entirely yours. The angels respect your choice and know that it will be guided by what is best for your own healing and well-being. Regardless of the outcome of this conversation, your inner peace is the most precious asset you possess. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "My peace is non-negotiable." Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.